All right. Hey guys, welcome to our Sunday night hustle. So excited that you guys jumped on and are ready to start the week fresh and with purpose and a plan. And so I'm going to toss it over to Julie. She's going to talk about something super important.
Hey guys, yeah, thank you so much for hopping on your Sunday evening, giving your business a little bit of priority, a little bit of time. So I wanted to do this because convenience orders are so important to your business, and I know most of you know that, but I know that that sometimes you know, you may have a certain mindset about it, or maybe it's something you need to improve upon, or maybe you're new and you have no idea what any of that even means, but you're here and you want to learn. So all of that is wonderful. And I want you to know when I talk about this, I talk about it from a place of experience, in the fact, like in the sense of like, I've done it wrong before. So I'm not like pointing the finger. I want you to know that I, um, I've kind of done it both ways, as far as like not really understanding the importance of the convenience order and what that means for your business, to now really understanding it and kind of seeing how it all plays out and how important it is. So convenience orders are the number one most important thing you can do to have a booming business, a reliable business, a sustainable business, okay, a business that is successful, okay? So, and you want the people on your team to be successful. The only way to do that is with consistency. We talk about consistency with our products, but we also need to understand the consistency that is required to build a sustainable business. And that consistency is you personally signing people with convenience orders on, as well as teaching your team to sign people with convenience orders, and getting communication rolling. Sorry. Okay, so I want you to take it back to why you're here. It's probably two things. You want to have a successful business, and you want to help other people be successful with their products and their business. So you can't do either of those without having your convenience order on and training your team to do the same. Okay. So I know just through some coaching calls and stuff that some people have a certain mindset about convenience orders. And I'm just going to say, you're going to have to, if that's you, that you're not comfortable with the whole convenience order thing, and so you just skip it and you tell your people when they join, you don't have to set that up right now or whatever, you need to stop. Okay. And you're going to hear, it used to be called a backup order, so I may slip and call it a backup order. It's now called a convenience order. It's soon to be called a subscription, which is cool because, all the subscription boxes, like Stitch Fix and all that. So this is kind of the idea of that, right? People are like totally willing to sign up for a $150 box of Stitch Fix. But then, when it comes to their convenience order, they're like, oh, no. So you need to understand that it's a non-threatening thing. It's not a trap, okay? So any negative mindset you have about it, you just gotta throw it out the window, okay? It's a lie that you tell yourself for some reason, okay? So maybe it's because you've been burned by auto ships before. Maybe you've accidentally overdrawn your account because you've had a bunch of auto ships going, and so you may be projecting that onto other people, and you're scared to set people up with one. So
Julie, can I add something real quick?
Please.
You guys, I have been doing this 3.5 years, and I'm an Emerald Ambassador. And I realized the other day when I was having a coaching call with my coach at Plexus that my mindset towards the convenience order hasn't even been it hasn't been a high priority for me training our team to do that. And it's because mine has never processed. My convenience order has never processed because I always have a customer or I manually place my order because my husband and I both take the products. We order a variety every single month. So to me, I never placed a high priority on convenience order because I'm always ordering. But like Julie's saying, I mean, most of our people are getting in for results as wholesalers. They're not thinking about Plexus all day, every day. So they're not going to be thinking about ordering manually, or changing their order up all the time. So I had a huge aha moment last week, like, whoa, I have a different mindset towards convenience order, but it's because I got in, you know what I mean? So yeah, even I realized, whoa, that is crazy that I'm not placing it a priority.
Right, exactly. That's exactly right. Because I'm the same way. Mine is never processed. And in the beginning, I had kind of the same mindset of like, well, mine never processed it. I've never had mine processed, so I don't really understand the importance of it. I don't really get it. But as you're growing a team and building a business, I mean, this is a business. Um, and so it's really foundational for a successful business. So you have to teach your team to do it the right way and to join the right way. And to join the right way is with a welcome pack and a convenience order on. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay. If they don't want their convenience order on, if they're freaking out or they're uncomfortable with that, they shouldn't be joining as an ambassador. Okay. You need to tell them, like, then sister, this is not for you. Okay. Because this is not a one time order. This is not a 1 month thing. If that's what you are thinking this is, then these are not the right products for you. Okay. And getting a membership is definitely not the right avenue for you. If you want to like test the waters and feel it out and you know, are unsure and you just want to maybe try it first for a month, maybe you have allergies or whatever the deal is, then start as a customer. And once you like the products and you're willing to make at least a 3 month commitment, then we'll revisit that membership. Okay. And that's what I tell them. And I tell them, I don't want you to waste your money. If you're going to do this for 1 month, you're going to waste your money. Okay. And that's not what the memberships are meant for. Okay. And here's the other thing. I want you to stop saying 60 days. Don't say 60 days. Okay. Say at least 90 days or 3 months. Okay. Because we've done the numbers and the math, and the people that are successful and are having victories with the products is typically around somewhere in between the 60 to 90 day mark. So if you're preparing people for sometime before 60 days, you're going to have wonderful results. For a lot of people, that may be the case, but for others, like my sister just started the new Slim, and she was like, I didn't really know, and you know how family is. And so she was kind of like, I'm gonna do this for like 3 months and then that's it. And I was with her yesterday and she was like, I've lost 6 pounds. Like I'm at my 3 month mark. I'm so glad you were like a pain in the butt about it and told me that I have to wait, you know. So don't say 60 days, say 90 days. Okay. All right. So if you get someone who stays on Plexus for 90 days, 80% of the time, they're going to stay with you for the long haul. Okay. The people that say, well, I'll give it a month or I'll give it 2 months, I'll give it 2 months. And if I don't see great results or whatever, then we'll see. Well, the chances of them moving on or stopping is pretty high. Okay. So if this is you, this is your swift kick in the rear. This is your wake up call to stop business growing and ranking up. If that's your goal, is to grow a business, build a sustainable team, build a residual income, you have to wrap your mind around getting this done yourself when you're personally sponsoring and teaching your team that. Okay. If you're thinking, well, everyone I sign up doesn't want one on, then what's the common denominator in there? That common denominator is you. You've got to change your posture. You've got to change what you're saying. I'm going to help you with that tonight. And if they're not willing to commit to have it on, then they shouldn't be an ambassador. I'm going to explain to you in just a minute. I'm going to kind of like role play how I sign someone up and what I say. So you can kind of see, not that you have to do it exactly the same way, but just so you kind of have an idea. So I tell everyone when I'm talking to them about the products, number one, I'm always doing this. I prefer a phone call to do it over the phone. If I have to, I can do it over voice message, but I really do prefer a phone call for many reasons. It's more personal. They have more of a connection with you. You can really get to, kind of dig into what they're looking for, setting expectations. So let's pretend I've gone through the whole, that we've talked about triplex. I am very sure that when I'm talking about triplex, I am mentioning, these products get to the root of the problem. This ain't your like overnight, like get skinny quick thing, because anything that promises you that, I'm sure you've tried it all just like I did, and it's a bunch of baloney. So I phrase it like this. I say, I'm sure you understand that these products are natural, they're plant-based, and they will take time. When you phrase it like that, I'm sure you understand. Who would be in the position to say, no, I don't understand that, right? So you're already putting them in a position of like, yeah, okay, yeah, I get it. All right, I'm on board. So I'm mentioning this whole time that we're talking about the products, about the consistency. You're going to have to take it every day. This is not a 1 month thing, honey. If you think it is, then I'm going to tell you don't waste your money. This is at least like I'm going to, I'm very upfront with everybody, at least 90 days. Okay. So does that sound like something that you understand, that you can be on board with? Yes. Okay. So let me kind of, and then, everybody wants to know the prices. Okay. So let me kind of break down the 3 different ways that you can order. You can order retail, which I never recommend because, why spend more money than you have to? Okay. So retail is the most costly way to do it. What is it, like $159 for a triplex now? Retail. Okay. So the second way is preferred. That is you get 15% off. And then after the 4th consecutive order, you get an additional discount. It's an auto ship. You can edit, you can delay. I like the word delay. If you're not ready for products, you can push it to the next month. Or you could cancel it if you wanted to. It's totally flexible. You don't have to like send in forms and like, give away your first child to stop the whole thing. It's like you do it all online. You don't even have to call anybody. You just edit it yourself. Like totally flexible. Okay. The price for that is, what is it, $149 or something? I think I should know this by now, right? I get on this and I'm like, I don't know, since the price has changed. Okay, so that's the option. The third option, and this is the way I phrase the whole joining as an ambassador thing. The third option is a wholesale membership. But now I want to say this. The wholesale membership is really only meant for people who fall into a couple of criteria. Number one, they understand that the products take time, that they take at least 90 days, and they're willing to give that commitment. Number two, they're going to be taking at least 3 or more products. So for example, triplex. And they're committed to taking those products every month. Because otherwise, it really is not a huge benefit, a huge savings to you. If you're thinking you just want to try it for a month or 2, or you just want to do slim. So if you fall into that criteria where you want to get the best prices, so the wholesale membership gets you it's $34.95. It gets you the best prices on all the products. You earn commission off of your own products. You then get a website that you can share with your family and friends. And if you're willing, if you, like you said, you understand that it requires at least a 90-day commitment, then if that's you, then that's probably the best route that we need to go. Okay. So, and then they go, yeah, that sounds good. I think I want to do the wholesale thing. Okay, cool. Then let's go ahead and let's do that right now while we're on the phone. Okay. Because you don't want to, we talk about this funnel, right? That you have people in your funnel. Okay. The people you're talking to. You don't want to elongate the funnel. In other words, you don't want to spread out the decision-making time. Okay. Like, okay, you never want to say like, all right, well, that sounds good. Will you just let me know whenever you're ready? No. You have to take control of it. Okay. You have to give them time. Great. If you're in front of a computer, we can do that. Or you know what? I got my computer out right now and I can just do it all for you. I'll just take your information and we can just go through the motions that way. If they say, no, I actually am at the grocery store right now. I got 3 kids crying. I can't do it right now. Then I say, okay, no problem. I can do it this evening at 7 or tomorrow at 8 p.m. What works for you? So give them 2 times, preferably in the next 24 to 48 hours. Because you also don't want to be like, I got nothing going on. Like my business is so slow. So whenever works for you, I'll just be sitting around here doing nothing. So, and again, you don't want to like leave it up to them. Like, don't say, well, just call me. It's okay. I know you're at the store. Just call me later when you get a chance. Cause mama's going to forget because she's feeding the kids and all that. So, if she says, I can't do it tomorrow, I can't do it tonight, and I can't do it tomorrow, then you give her another 2 choices the next day. Okay, cool. Then I can do it Wednesday at 12 or Thursday in the evening. What time in the evening works for you? Okay. So, move them into that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. here's something I also want to talk about. You know, you may be thinking like, I'm trying to rank up. Like I want like every Tom, Dick, and Harry and their dog and their mom and their sister and their cousin and everyone to get a membership. And I get that, but you don't want people joining for just a month. Okay. Number one, if you're doing it the right way, they're going to get a welcome pack, and then they're going to get a welcome pack and they're never going to come back. And I see that all the time. And I'm telling you, if you've been at a certain rank for a long period of time, that may be one of the reasons, because you're signing people. You do a great job of closing the deal on the wholesale membership aspect of it, but you're not doing a good job of explaining the time commitment and how these products work. It takes 90 days for your cells to regenerate. It takes 90 days for your gut microbes to start healing. So you really need to kind of preface it with that, okay? So the month that they join and they get a welcome pack, they're not even counting for points. Okay, so they're not helping you there. And then if they disappear the next month, you've wasted all that time, all the time talking to them on the phone, joining, all that stuff. You could have been spending on somebody that understands what the ambassadorship is for and what the membership is for. Okay, you know, you'll end up with like 200 people on your team and still not even gold, you know, or senior gold, because you can't gain traction. There's more people going out than there are coming in. Okay. And, you know, we talk about the bathtub model, you know, where you've got the water flowing, okay, and that's all the people in your funnel and all the people talking and all the people you're talking to and joining your team. But there's also a drain. You have to understand, in network marketing, there's a drain. That's attrition, and that's people that are falling off. And if your water is draining faster than you can bring in, then you're not going to rank up and you're not going to advance in the business, okay? So, you know, when you're signing people, you can say like, this is the part where you set up your products and to come every month. You want your products to come every month, because really the key to all of this is consistency. And again, you're talking about that the whole time when you're talking to them about their products. So again, if you think you want to just do this for a few weeks or a month or two, girl, don't waste your money. I wouldn't even like, you try it as a customer, but I'm telling you, like, either way, you need to be willing to give it some time. Okay.
And I know it sounds scary, you guys, to like put that out there to people because you're afraid they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, well, never mind. But when you have that conversation, like Julie's saying, they're gonna buy in more. And then month 2, you're not gonna be begging them, please, please just give it 30 more days. They're gonna be like, okay, Julie told me 3 months, blah, blah, blah. So, I mean,
I said I understood. Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it just makes so much sense putting it out there in the beginning.
And in fact, I had a message from someone yesterday that said, she may even be on the call, but she said, I have an ambassador who, you know, she's only given it 2 months and she wants to quit. And I said, here's what you say. You send a voice message and you go, girl, you know, like we talked about, that these products take more than 60 days, right? We talked about that. You know, you understand that. And so remind them of their commitment and the conversation that you had with them. That's why front loading all of that is so important, that it's not like, wait, I forgot to tell you the products may take a while, you know, and then you're kind of trying to like backtrack. Be confident in your words. The more confident you are, the more comfortable they'll be, okay? They'll understand. If you sound like, fake it till you make it, if you sound like you know what you're talking about, they're going to think you know what you're talking about, okay? And then one day you really are going to know what you're talking about and you'll feel a lot better. But,
well, that was going to be my comment. I was going to say, now, I know there's 25 people on this call minus the couple of us that are on here leading it, but don't you guys feel really like she's so confident. When Julie talks, she's so stinking confident. I'm like, yeah, like we believe her, right? All 23 of us, 25 of us, we're like, we get it. See, and so that's just the way she's presenting it. And so we all, and even if you got to fake it till you make it, you know, practice in the mirror, but that kind of confident talking. And I love, I think that's key, Julie, what you just said about where you set the time. When we just open-endedly like, oh girl, call me when you can, get to it when you can. That's a surefire way not to build your business, right? So I hope you guys really heard that and got that and practice that too. Practice, you know, that too. And one at night, one in the morning, giving people options, really it's called a call to action. It's super important. Okay, that's all I had to say. Good job, Julie. You're killing it. Go, girl.
Thanks. Okay, so when you sign people up, you really need to be on the phone with them. I know we have graphics in our team pages. I've put them in mine on, you know, the sign up steps and all that. And really my purpose in sharing those is not for you to send those to people when they say, okay, I think I'm ready to order. Because again, I want to say this, social media is just the avenue to start the conversation. That shouldn't be how you continue the entire sale process, okay, and closing. The best thing you can do is get them on the phone, okay? So those graphics, I think they're helpful for me, because if I'm not at my computer and I say, okay, cool, well, let's go ahead and just get you, you know, order right now as a customer, whatever. Let's just get you signed up with your membership right now. If they're at their computer and I'm, you know, in my car waiting at the grocery store and I don't really know exactly from step to step what screen comes next, then I can use that. Okay, and the next screen is going to be this. And then the next screen is your convenience order. Remember when we talked about consistency? This is where you're going to set that up. You're not trapped in anything. You can edit it. You can delay it. It's all flexible. Always try to do this over the phone, okay? If you're scared of a phone call, you're gonna have to get over it, okay? Because like I said, you will be closer to them and they'll be closer to you. Now, let me say this. The way that I learned to talk about this was by getting on three-way calls, okay? It scared the crap out of me to get on a phone call with someone because I was so scared. What if they ask me something and I don't know, and then I look like an idiot, okay? You're not gonna look like an idiot. It is okay to say, girl, I haven't thought about that, or I'm not even really sure about that. Let me get back with you. I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna get back with you. Then you move on, okay? But you use three-way phone calls. That is the way I had my upline get on three-way phone calls with potentials with me, and I listened to the way that she talked every time. And most of it, she would say pretty much the same thing, okay? Not verbatim, but after doing that, at first I thought, gosh, I could never do it like that. Like I can't even memorize all that. Don't try to memorize it. Just do it over and over with your sponsor and listen and listen and listen. And then understand you don't have to be them. You don't have to say it exactly like that, but you will get to the point where you hear it enough that you're comfortable enough to say it in your own words. Okay. And if you want, like, take notes as you're listening to your sponsor talk to your potential, take notes. Oh, that was good. I like what she said there. Okay, good. And then use bits and pieces of it and like practice with your friends, practice with your sidelines or your upline or whatever. Okay. All right. I promise we're going to get to like the action part of it. Okay. I want you to set everyone up for unconditional. Okay. No more conditional. Conditional means they're not going to get their products unless they're under 100 PV. Okay. If they get a customer or they order for their friend from their account, and that gets them to 100 PV, then their order is not going to ship. Okay. And if they say, well, I don't have the money to do it every month, I hear this a lot. You know, when I talk to people on my team, I'm like, hey girl, what happened? I noticed so-and-so just joined yesterday. She didn't have a convenience order on. And they say, yeah, well, she doesn't really know if she can do it every month. She thinks, things aren't really stable or whatever. She's going to try it. And then, she might be able to do it like every couple months. She's not really sure. Okay. If they can't make a commitment to do it every month, they can't make an order every month. If they're not willing to find customers to help them cover their products, then they need to be a customer, okay, first. Then if they work all that out and they like the products and they understand and they see the benefit and they really get how fantastic these products are, then you can move them over to ambassador, okay? But, just explaining to them, either way, it has to be taken consistently. You say, I can do it this month, but I'm not really sure if I'm going to have the funds next month. Then I would say, okay, girl, then we probably should wait a little bit because you're going to waste your money if you just do this for a month. Okay. It's in their best interest. This is not part of this is building a sustainable business, but at the same time, it is also meeting their best interest. And that is ultimately what we're always wanting to do. Okay. All right. So when you're setting up their convenience order, you can say, okay, girl, what day do you get paid next month? Okay. So like if they kind of give you, if you're at the convenience order part and they're like, I don't really, you go, what day do you get paid next month? We're going to set it for the day after that. Cause then we know, everything will be in the bank. You'll be rocking and rolling with your Plexus products. Okay. Convenience orders are not to trick them. It's not to lock them in. Like we said, they can edit it, delay it, whatever they want, but it is setting that consistency. Here's the deal, guys. If you don't set up a convenience order at the time of joining, then every single month they are having to consciously make the decision to reorder. Okay? Think about all the conversation that went in to getting them to understand the products, get on the products, join. If you are not right on them, which most of the time we can't be right on everyone, and who really wants to be in someone's, do you really want to have to like babysit your new ambassadors and like remind them all the time and then do the whole sale process again? Like, hey girl, don't forget, keep going. Don't forget to order your products. No, don't put it in a, when they don't have their convenience order on, they're in a position of having to convince themselves every month, and stuff gets in the way. Okay. If you had Stitch Fix, okay, and you had to get on every month and reorder your Stitch Fix, you probably wouldn't do it because school supplies come up and this comes up, and then you go, well, I could probably wait on that. But if it comes automatically, and it's not just for your benefit, it's for theirs. They're going to get the most out of their products, and they won't be wasting their money if they're taking their products every day. Okay. I'm almost done, guys, I promise. I want you to lead by example. You better have your convenience order on. Don't tell your team that they need to have theirs on if you don't have yours on. If you don't, here's the other thing. You need to have yours set for at least the 15th of the month or prior. You should at least have a customer. If you can't, if you don't want your products coming prior to the 15th, then get a customer. Make that your goal for next month. The first half of the month, your goal should be to get a customer, so that a preferred customer, so that every month, you're getting your 100 PV by the 15th, okay? So don't call yourself a leader or a business builder, or you want this business, or you have goals. If you are not willing to set up your own convenience order, if you are not training your team to do the same, it is a non-negotiable, okay, for you and your team. No excuses, and you should be commission qualified before the 15th, okay? And here's why you're gonna understand as your team grows about compression, because what happens is, let's say you have, let's say you're Ruby and you have a gold under you, okay? If your gold does not have 100 PV until like the 28th of the month, your points are looking like this all month. And then at the very end of the month, when she decides to go in and like order her product, or her one customer orders, then your points drop. And you may not really think that's of concern to you right now, but I'm telling you, do unto others as you'd have done unto you. You don't want that. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. And I wanna say this too, going back to doing it over the phone. When you send them instructions on how to join, or you send them a graphic, it is a little confusing, and I'm hoping the new the new back office and all of that, and all that's all going to be, you know, smooth and a lot better. But a lot of people don't understand. They order their products, they order their welcome pack, and then they get to the next page and they could think, oh, they're not even, people don't read the whole page. I can promise you that, because I don't. I'm like, what? No, I don't know what that is. I don't need any more products. I'm spending $100, $134 right now. I don't need any more. Skip. They don't even understand a lot of times what that page even means, okay? So here's what we're gonna do, okay? When you see your downline, okay, and you see that someone just joined without a convenience order on, I want you to put them and their sponsor in a three-way message, okay? And you're gonna introduce yourself, and I would do it in voice message, but I'd say, hey girl, this is Julie. I am one of your uplines with Plexus. I just want to tell you, welcome. We are so excited you're here. Hey, listen, I noticed you accidentally skipped a step in the sign-up process. You forgot to set up that subscription. I'm sure Jill talked to you about how important consistency is, and what it means to be an ambassador and have a wholesale membership. So no problem though. Jill can get you set up with that super fast and easy. That way you're getting the most out of your money and you're seeing real results, which is why we're all here, right? Okay. So
Julie, can I add one more thing? What I love about this is, like, for me, I tend to not want to talk about it because it's like this whole scary topic. It's overwhelming, blah, blah, blah. But when Julie's saying it, like, Dawn was saying earlier, when you just put it out there, it's not this scary, overwhelming topic when you just put it out there and explain it, and don't be afraid to talk about it, right? The convenience order isn't there to trick people to get their money when they don't want something, like, yeah, I love it. It's not this scary topic that we can't talk about.
It's the mindset of it and the posture of it. And it's like, if you're nervous to talk about it, or you're kind of like, okay, and then there's that convenience order thing, and you just like pick one of those, and like, I mean, it's like, I don't mean to equate it like this, but like, it's like when your animals can sense that you're uncomfortable, you're anxious, not to compare people to animals, but you know what I mean? Like, they can pick up on that. Like, they're picking up what you're putting down. Okay. So if you're uncomfortable about it, they're going to be uncomfortable about it. And then they're going to be like, why is she uncomfortable? Am I being kind of like tricked into something? No, it goes back to like, girl, we talked about consistency. This is consistency. Okay. If you're not ready for that, then let's go as a customer first. Okay. So, I want you to understand this too. Like, if last month you signed 5 ambassadors, but only one of them has a convenience order on, you only signed one ambassador. Okay. Because the likelihood of them, like I said, reordering is very, very low. There's an 80% chance that they will not reorder. Do you want your business being built on a 20% success rate? No. Do you want your business being built on an 80% likelihood that it's going to fall apart, that you're going to lose your ambassadors? No. Okay. If you're doing that, your business is going to constantly go backwards, and you're going to be stuck, because again, more people are going out the back than are coming in the front. And here's the deal. You don't want to have to sign 10 people because the 8 that you worked your tail off last month to sign have all left, right? Okay. So, do y'all have anything else to add to that? Any questions or anything?
I have a question.
Yes.
So I you described me to a T a little while ago. I'm sorry. I'm at the last stages of a little cold. A little while ago when you were talking about, you get all these people signed up and they don't have their convenience order turned on. And then, I'm like, I've been this far from gold for like 6 months now because of this, because I signed 3 people up and 2 people turned their convenience orders off the same month, or they never turned them on to begin with, and then they never purchased again. So do you have any tips for these people? I probably have 6 people right now that I message every single month and go, hey, don't forget to order your products because you still don't have your convenience order turned on. And of those 6, 3 or 4 usually do end up ordering, but they never turn on their convenience order, and so I have to message them every month.
Always chasing them. And
yes. Do you have any tips for now that they're there? How can I get them to turn it on?
Well, I would just maybe talk to them about like, hey girl, I know you, again, phrase it in the assumption that that they know. I know you love these products. I know that you understand that they have to be taken consistently. And I know we talk every month about getting on, or ordering your products and all that. And I'm sure for your convenience, my convenience, that, setting up your convenience order, because that's what it's for, will be more beneficial for you, because I don't want to have to, I don't want to, have to reach out to you every month. And, and here's something else I say. For those people that order like just Slim, they don't have a convenience order on, but they just order Slim, I will message them and I'll say, hey girl, I noticed you're ordering Slim every month, and that is wonderful. I'm sure you love it as much as I do. Here's kind of the deal though. Wholesale memberships are really best used for people that order every month, and they order at least 100 PV every month. So if you're wanting to just stay with Slim, well, what I would actually say before that is, I'd talk to them about, let's revisit your health goals. I know you said you wanted to lose weight and you have some, eczema or whatever. where are you on your ProBio and BioCleanse? Kind of update me on that, okay? But long story short, if they're like, no, I'm just doing Slim from now on, then this is what I've done. I've said, okay, you know what? No problem. That is no problem at all. Would you be interested in switching over to a preferred customer? Because the memberships are really, ambassadorships are really meant for people that are going to be ordering at least 3 products a month. And I even will throw in like and I say that way you're not paying your $34.95 again. It's really not saving you that much. And I will throw in, why don't I'll pay for your shipping on your preferred order for the next 3 months if you'll switch over to a preferred customer. And then I send them an incentive code. I put it in my little calendar to send them an incentive code for the next 3 months, just so it's kind of like, so that they get a little bit of something out of it. Because the price will be slightly higher than what they're getting right now. Or you can even say like, I'll give you a $10 coupon for the next 3 months until your preferred customer order drops again to the extra discount. That's pretty much very close to what we pay as ambassadors. Okay, so here's what I want us to do. I want us to go into our back office and look at, does everyone know how to sort their back offices, their genealogy reports, as far as like from newest ambassadors to oldest ambassadors? Anybody not sure about how to do that? Okay, I want you to go pull up your back office. I want you to sort your genealogy report from upgrade date, okay? So click upgrade date and then click it again and it'll go from newest to oldest. And I want you to look, all the people that have none, they've never set up a backup order or convenience order. All the people that it says deleted, they had one on at one point and now they've turned it off. So all the people that have not set one up, that's when you can message them and their sponsor again, give a nice warm welcome, and then just say, hey, you forgot a step in your sign up process. And here's the deal. I've messaged people on my team and said like, hey, so-and-so, your new ambassador doesn't have a backup order set up. Can you kind of fill me in? Maybe that's the route you want to go, because sometimes there's, well, they ordered a double welcome pack. And so they're going to set up their convenience order next month. And that's where you can educate them. Like, well, they can just delay their convenience order. I have people that will say, yeah, it's because she's not sure if she's going to have the money next month to do it. Then you're going to have to convince her every month that she needs to find the money to do it. You don't want to have to be doing that every month. And she needs to be a customer, or maybe these aren't the right products. Does that make sense? Okay. For people that have a convenience order on, but it's under 100 PV, again, you can voice message them and check in and say like, hey, Sarah, I know you're loving your Plexus products. Did you hear about our new products that just came out? People are having amazing results on them. From what you told me about the health goals you have, I know you'd love it. Give a second to chat about that. So see if you can get them back on, back on whatever. Maybe they had a lot of die-off with ProBio 5 and BioCleanse and the new Slim, and so they thought that they shouldn't take ProBio and BioCleanse anymore. There's just a little bit of coaching. Like, no, you still need that. Let's just, I can help you get back on those. Okay. All right, so our little call to action now, I'm going to give you a few minutes to go through your back office, look at the people that have joined in August or July, maybe even June. Look at the people who have not set up a convenience order and message, either put them in a 3-way with their sponsor, or maybe you want to message their sponsor and say, hey, Jill, I noticed your new ambassador, Susie, has not set up a convenience order. Can you help me understand that? Okay. I also want you to look at, maybe take some notes on who in your team consistently does not sign people up with convenience orders, because that needs to be somebody that you sit down with and talk. And maybe, there's a little bit of coaching that you can do there. Maybe they have a mindset about it. Like I said earlier, maybe they've been burned by it and they're not really sure how to phrase it. So you can kind of help them work through that. Also look at the people that consistently do sign people up with convenience orders on. give them a shout out on your team page or on your sponsors team page. Just that positive reinforcement of people that are signing people up the right way. Okay. So I'm going to set the timer. I haven't even been looking at all the chats. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to give you like 5 or 10 minutes to go through your back office, start some chats, and kind of get a hold of some of those convenience order issues.
And one more thing, you guys, just remember that whatever you do with people when you're signing them up, they are going to duplicate that when they sign people up. So it's not just you doing this with your person. They're going to realize, oh, it's normal to talk about convenience order. It's normal to do this on the phone with my people. And then this is where duplication happens. So this is totally worth starting fresh and doing it the right way here on out.
Exactly. And I'll see those trends. The people that don't sign people up with convenience orders, neither do the people they sign up, neither do the people they sign up, neither do the people they sign up. And that ambassador that started all that is stuck at the same rank for 2 years. And she can't figure out why she can't rank up. She doesn't understand. She's posting, she's getting on all the training, she's doing all this. That's probably why. Your team is duplicating what you're doing or what you're not doing. Okay. All right. I'm going to mute myself and I'll give us a few minutes, okay?